What's up with the suit?
I'm a process server.
You're a servant? Like a butler?
No.
Shine shoes?
I'm a what? No, I serve out like subpoenas. I gotta wear like disguises sometimes.
Disguise? Wish I had a easy job like you have.
You have the easiest job on earth. You smoke all day.
You have made or are making or have been involved in at least 16 films, if I'm correct, in the last 4 years. So 2004, nothing, 16 films in 4 years. What the hell happened?
Well, once you make one studio money, other ones assume you'll make them money also. So working becomes a lot easier, you know. That's basically it. We had kind of been. We'd always been making good stuff, I thought, but nothing that had made anyone any money. We actually probably lost people a lot of jobs throughout our reign of terror on television. But yeah, after 40-Year-Old Virgin, really everything changed. And suddenly we weren't just kind of cult people anymore. We were people that actually were able to make commercial successes. And then the floodgates really opened.
Are you a virgin?
Oh, you are hilarious. This is good.
You're a virgin!
Look, we've got people over history who have sort of ruled the joint. In the 40s, 50s, you had the Rat Pack. In the 80s, we had the Brat Pack. But you guys are the Scat Pack. And what I mean by that is you're running the joint, but you're doing it dirty, and it's great. Tell me a bit about what that is like for you guys.
I mean, we definitely don't think we're the first guys to necessarily do movies like this, you know. I mean, Kevin Smith made dirty movies with kind of emotional cores to them, and the Farrelly brothers even, you know, Something About Mary. I mean, that's a dirty movie, but it's really just kind of a love story at its heart. I mean, although there hasn't, you know, we always take cues from other people. I mean, there has really never been like a weed action movie per se, but there's been movie, you know, but we watched movies like Pulp Fiction and, you know, Lethal Weapon in 48 Hours, and those were kind of the movies that we took a lot of our cues from.
How could he find us?
Heat-seeking missiles, bloodhounds, foxes, barracudas.
I'm kind of flabbergasted when you say things like that. It's weird.
Thank you. Not a compliment.
So how's the brainstorm session work for a film like this? All right, we want to make a stoner movie, we want to put action in it. But the actual script, you say there's a lot of improvisation.
Yeah.
But what is written down before the improvisation?
There's a whole script written. I mean, we spent a lot of time writing a script.
And it's not like it's just kind of filled in with like, you know, just fluffer. Like when I read the script that they gave me, I mean, it was hilarious. It was the jokes on the page worked, and they were really funny. And
we spend the least amount of time on the actual dialogue. What we spend most of the time doing is coming up with the emotional stories, coming up with the actual sequence of events, coming up with the characters, coming up with their dynamics and their interactions. And then the dialogue is kind of the, you know, we don't worry about that really. If we've done the other work, then it should be easy to come up with dialogue on the set.
Danny, this is a real departure from what you've done before, where you're always playing some sort of an insecure, aggressive dude. But now you seem to be getting away with the role you've got here, where it's a very, very passive, soft, heart of gold man who's bluffing his way through everything and cannot be killed. I'd like to know what that was like.
it was fun. I mean, it's cool and working with cool people and just getting to kind of have a little fun. And it just helps, too, with the script. The movie is just something that, you know, there's nothing else out there like that. You're not following anybody else's cue. You kind of feel like you're walking on the moon each time. And
also, you come from a writing and directing background. What was it like working with these guys, the way that they write and the way that they direct?
You know, it was really, really similar because David Green actually directed. I went to film school with him. He was my next door neighbor my freshman year of college, so I've known him for a while. And in his dramatic work, he worked very much the same way these guys work, where he would like get the actors and find people he believed in, and then on the set he would have what he wrote, but he would just really, really make the movie right there in front of your eyes when he's just giving them odd direction and shaping it right there in front of you. And that's exactly how these guys work with comedy. And that's why when I first met them, I knew that they would get along with David well. And kind of
he actually is the one who suggested David as a director. I mean, when we met him, we were like, the first thing we thought was like, man, if we ever make Pineapple Express, he'd be perfect to play Red. And then he was like, well, if you need a director, David Gordon Green could do it. And we would have never even thought about it if him and like Jody hadn't said that he was a funny guy and that he would probably like to talk to us about it. We assumed he just wouldn't even want to talk to us about it.
For me, one of the funniest parts of the whole film was the very closing part in the diner, and you're sitting there having that final chat, going, "Yeah, oh, that was funny, wasn't it? Remember when we did that?" So it's like people walking away talking about that bit in the film. And you're doing it in the film.
That was exactly the thought. Yeah, you know, to us it was important to end on a really strong like character moment and not just kind of rely on the action. And we knew that would kind of be what set us apart, you know, from other action comedies, is that we really had the kind of characters to back it all up.